Hello students, hope you're all good. In the previous episodes, we have been covering all about capacitors, types, shapes, basic principle. Today we will study about the combination of capacitors, and that is series and parallel. First we would start with series combination of capacitors. In series combination you can very clearly see, and it will be very familiar pattern for you because you have already worked with the resistors in series and parallel. So suppose the EMF applied is V volts, and we always know, here I would like to draw your attention to the way I am distributing the potential and the charges, because the way we are distributing the potential and charges makes the underlying concept of any kind of distribution. So suppose the potential difference applied is V volts. Understand, if I write V volts, the big stake is V and the small one is at 0 volts. Always remember, suppose it is 5 volts, then the big stake is at 5 volts, the positive pole, and the negative pole is at 0 potential. This is something which you need to understand. If it is 10 volts, then the big stick is at 10 volts and the smaller one is at 0. Always. It represents the potential difference between the two poles or the two electrodes. So it is at V. All the points which are connected to V will be at V. So this point will also be at V potential. This point is also connected to V, so it is also at V potential. This particular plate is connected to V, therefore it will even have potential V. Now I would like to know the potential of this particular plate. In order to know it, I call this, suppose this is point A, I am marking some points B, C and D. Here the negative pole of the battery is 0. All the points which are connected to 0 are at 0 volts. This D point is also at 0 volts because it is connected to 0, or I can write it 0 only. That is understood that it is 0 volts. Then this particular plate of the capacitor is also at 0 volts. I hope you understood the distribution till here. All the points which are connected to V will be at V volts. Now what is the potential for this second plate? It is, let us call it VB because it is connected to the point B. Let us name it. We are just giving it a name and it is VB. This is also connected to B, so it will also have same potential. I will call it even VB. Let us call this plate as having potential VC. This plate even is connected to C point, so even it will have potential VC. Understand it? Capital stick or big stick is V, the negative pole is 0. All the points which are connected to the negative pole of the battery will have same potential 0, 0, 0. Here it is V, V, V and V. These two are VB, these two are VC. I hope you understood the distribution of potential. Now we need to understand the distribution of charge. Let Q charge is flowing out of the positive pole of the battery. The Q charge comes here, bends, travels, goes to the point A, reaches the first plate of the capacitor, and here the charge distributed is Q coulombs. Automatically by induction, the other plate will have charge minus Q, and this is by induction. This is by, or I can write it somewhere else. This is by induction basically. Then this particular plate, how to find the charge on plate, this particular plate? You know that these two plates are isolated ones. These two plates, they both are isolated plates. I can write it here, isolated plates. So net charge on the isolated plate should be 0. If it is having charge minus Q, let us say it is having charge X. So minus Q plus X together should give us 0, because these two plates, they are isolated plates, they are not connected to any source of EMF. So the net charge of these two plates, sum of charges should be 0. This is minus Q, let us call it X. So minus Q plus X is 0. What are we getting for X? Hence we are getting X is plus Q. Hence you get charge on this plate as Q. Similarly, by induction, charge on this plate will be minus Q. Again this plate and this plate, they are again isolated. Hence the sum sum of the charges on these two should be 0. From that you get it is having plus Q charge, and this by induction minus Q, and minus Q is getting supplied from the other side of the negative pole, or you can say the negative pole is supplying minus Q charge to the plate of the capacitor. So let us work for the combination. So I will write net potential V is equal to V minus VB. This is V minus VB, and we know that we can write it for the total potential. We can write it as, in terms of the standard expression, we will write Q is equal to CV. Here our charge is Q, and let us call our capacitors. Let us say this is the first capacitor. I call it C1. It's having capacitance C2. This is having capacitance C3. So we can write it as total charge is same. The charge on all the capacitors is same. What is different is potential difference. So let us say the equations here in terms of V. I will write for these two plates V minus VB is equal to, from here V is equal to Q by C. So V minus VB, the potential difference in these two plates, will be equal to charge on these two plates Q upon the capacitance is C1. For the next two plates, the potential difference is VB minus VC, which is equal to Q upon C2. For the third two plates, it is VC minus 0, and the charge is same Q, and the capacitance is C3. Hence you get these three equations, and adding, I call it equation 1, this is equation 2, this is equation 3, and adding all three, adding 1 plus 2 plus 3, adding all three, what am I getting is, this is V minus VB plus VB gets cancelled, minus VC plus VC gets cancelled. On the left side I am getting only V, and on the right side I am getting Q common, 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. This is what I am getting on the right side. I will write it like this Q coming down here, I get 1 upon C1, 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. If I put it like this, I get 1 by, this is C equivalent, I can write it as 1 by C equivalent is equal to 1 by C1, 1 by C2 up to 1 by C3. If there are n resistors, you can use it up to Cn, generalizing. If I am generalizing, I can write it up to Cn. So this is what you got. If the capacitors are in series, then the equivalent capacitance will be 1 by C1, reciprocals will be added. It is just the reverse of what we had in case of resistors. Let us see for parallel combination. This is series combination and this is parallel combination. Again, distribution of potential. The potential difference of the battery is V volts. So the positive pole of the battery is V, negative pole is 0. All the points connected to V. Here the potential will be V. Here the potential will be V. Here the potential will be V. This point again V. This point is also V. So this plate will be at V. This plate will also have potential V. This plate will also have potential V because they are all connected to V. This side the negative pole is 0. So this is 0. This is 0. This point is also connected to 0. So this particular plate is 0. This is 0 and this is 0. You can very clearly see in parallel combination the potential difference across the capacitors is same, that is V minus 0, that is V. Let us say the capacitance value is C1, C2, C3, and remember the medium between them is air. Between the plates right now, medium between the plates, we have taken it as is air. Later on in the coming episodes we will see about with the dielectric also. So the potential difference is V. Here also the potential difference is V. Here also the potential difference is V only. So let us work for charge now, distribution. Suppose Q charge comes out of the positive pole. Same Q charge comes here, same Q charge. But at this junction the charge has to divide itself. Let us say Q1 charge enters the first capacitor C1, Q2 into C2 and Q3 into C3. And in this way you can see that the charges on the opposite plates will be minus Q1, minus Q2 and minus Q3 by induction, and you get this distribution of charge and you have seen the distribution of potential. Hence now working for this, I can say the net charge Q net is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Now this Q1 can be written as C1 into V. Here it is C2 into V. This is C3 into V. And this is C equivalent into V. Why I have not written V1, V2, V3? Obviously because the potential difference in parallel combination remains the same. It is the charge which gets distributed, whereas in series it is the potential which gets distributed and charge remains the same. So C equivalent, and taking common, V gets cancelled, we get C equivalent is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. Generalizing the result, generalizing for n capacitors, what is the result we are getting? C equivalent is equal to C1 plus C2 up to Cn. So this is the result for parallel combination, and this is the result for series combination of capacitors. And with general result, you can have not 3 capacitors is an example which I have chosen. You can have more than 3, or you can have n number of capacitors, but the method of doing the method of finding their equivalent capacitance remains unchanged. This is just the inverse of what we had in resistors, because there the current distributes in parallel and potential remains the same. Here also charge distributes in parallel and potential remains the same. I hope you got it. Okay, so you can note it down, rewind it, see it, so that you understand it very nicely. Thank you so much.